JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, ex-soldier killed at Manchester bar. Police are probing the murder of a man at a bar following a gun attack in Spurtree, Manchester on Saturday night. A police source named the deceased as Jethro Driscoll, otherwise called Soji or Chris, 48, an ex-soldier and construction worker. Preliminary reports are that about 7 p.m. Driscoll was at the bar when a man wearing a hoodie entered the establishment and attacked him. He was shot twice. The man escaped on foot. 2 killed, 3 injured in St. Anne gun attack. 2 men were shot dead and 3 others, including a 17-year-old boy, were injured during an attack in Prairie, St. Anne Saturday night. The dead men have been identified as 42-year-old Dwight Harrison, a factory worker from Riverhead in Monigue, and Nicholas Dobson, 38, from Prairie, both in the parish. The injured men have been hospitalized in serious conditions, the police said. It was reported that around 8:25 p.m., the 5 men were on a section of the Prairie Main Road when they were approached by 2 men, one armed with a handgun. The gunman reportedly fired several shots and the men fled, but were all hit. Harrison and Dobson were shot in their upper bodies. The other men received gunshot wounds to their abdomen, arms, and other sections of their bodies. Police said Harrison was killed on the spot, while the other men were rushed to hospital, where Dobson died while undergoing treatment. Gunmen and cops traded bullets after ATM theft attempt in Clarendon. Gunmen had to flee after a failed robbery attempt at an automated teller machine ATM in Croftsdale, Clarendon, on Sunday morning. Reports received are that around 4 a.m., the gunmen were attempting to steal the ATM when they were accosted by lawmen. It was reported that after a shootout, the gunmen fled. The machine was not breached. Following the incident, the police cordoned the area and launched a search for the gunmen. Guns and ammo seized in Portland and Clarendon. A shotgun and 7 rounds of ammunition were seized during an operation in Alls Avenue, Port Antonio, Portland on Sunday. No one is arrested in relation to this seizure. Reports from the Port Antonio police are that about 11:40 a.m., lawmen were in the area when an abandoned building was searched. During the search, one Benelli Nova 12-gauge shotgun and the 7 12-gauge cartridges were seized. Investigation continues. Over in Clarendon, a team of officers assigned to the division seized 1 gun during an operation in Canaanites, Clarendon on Saturday, October 21. Reports from the Maple police are that at 11:55 p.m., lawmen were in the area when they stopped at a party to ascertain if the organizer of the event had a permit. While the police team was leaving the premises, 1 Taurus PT 92 AF 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 14 9mm rounds of ammunition was seen on the ground. No one is arrested in relation to the seizure. Investigation continues. Raytown residents protest following police shooting of 3 men. 3 men are dead following an alleged confrontation with the police in the vicinity of Raytown in Kingston on Sunday morning. The men had reportedly earlier held up and robbed a woman of her cell phone and cash on East Green Street in the parish. The device is reported to have had a tracker, which assisted the police in tracing it to the fishing community sometime after 4 a.m. The men reportedly shot dead during an alleged shootout with the police, causing residents to stage a fiery protest. According to residents, the men are said to be fishermen. The residents believe that they were innocent. Superintendent of Police Tommy Lee Chambers, officer in charge of the Kingston Eastern Police Division, said that 2 illegal guns were taken from the men, along with 3 magazines and over 27 rounds of ammunition. Alleged mentally ill man attempts to leave dealership with Mercedes-Benz. It is alleged that a man of unsound mind tried to leave the compound of Stewart's Automotive Group on South Camp Road in Kingston with a Mercedes-Benz GLE 53 AMG on Saturday night. In the incident, which happened about 9 p.m., the man damaged 2 gates and the vehicle that is valued approximately 35 million Jamaican dollars. The man was arrested. One eyewitness said he does not believe the man was a robber as he appeared to be mentally ill. Stewart's Automotive Group subsidiary, Silver Star Motors, is a Mercedes-Benz dealer in Jamaica. Policeman arrested while allegedly soliciting bribe in Spanish Town. A policeman was arrested on suspicion of corruption by members of the Inspectorate of Professional Standards Oversight Bureau during a covert operation in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Saturday. The constable, who was attached to the St. Catherine North Traffic Department, was allegedly soliciting money from a motorist when undercover cops swooped down and arrested him. He was on duty about 4 p.m. when he was held by his colleagues. The police say they are continuing their investigation of the matter. Man charged for breaches of the Firearms Act after dispute with child's mother. The Kingston Western Police have charged a 21-year-old man with possession of a prohibited weapon following an altercation with his child's mother on Saturday, October 21. Charges Marco Fraser, a catering assistant of Blunt Street, Kingston 14. He was also charged with unauthorized possession of ammunition. Reports are that about 11:10 p.m., lawmen in the area when they responded to a dispute which involved Fraser and his child's mother. During the operation, the premises that was occupied by Fraser was searched, and one Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 10 9mm rounds of ammunition was allegedly found in his possession. Fraser was subsequently taken into custody. He was charged following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. His court date has not been finalized.
Good afternoon, Jamaica. This is Rory here. I'd like to thank our Jamaican family members for their prayers and their support. And as I battle my own personal challenges, I'm also mindful that Jamaica and the world, we're also battling the pandemic, the coronavirus. I'm urging all of you to follow all the instructions of the authorities and to keep yourselves and your families safe. I want to assure you that I am well, my family is well, and we are coping very well, and we are trusting the Lord for his full deliverance. God bless you, and God bless Jamaica, land we love.
Royal Reid sues JC for millions. Royal Reid, the former education minister who resigned amid corruption allegations, is suing the owners of Jamaica College, JC, for millions of dollars he claims is owed to him for the last 4 years of his contract as principal. It is the latest chapter in the ongoing saga of Reid's checkered public profile over the 6 years, with some being seconded as education minister in 2016 before leaving government 3 years later and then slapped with criminal charges. Reid formerly remained JC's principal until he stepped down in November 2021 after reportedly working out a $23 million settlement with the Ministry of Education and the Jamaica College Trust, the legal owners of the St. Andrew-based institution. However, it is now emerging that the silence that followed those talks may not have meant that all was well. The lawsuit, which was filed on July 31 this year, is against the Jamaica College Trust and the Jamaica College Foundation for failure to pay an annual incentive and a monthly salary top-up for the period 2017 to 2021 based on the terms and conditions of his employment contract with the trust, according to court documents. Reid was appointed principal in September 2007 and granted special leave in 2016 to take up the ministerial role. He was also a senator. The leave expired in November 2021, and he was contractually obligated to return to work as the school's principal. Reid was advisor to Andrew Holness when he held the education portfolio during the Bruce Golding administration. He is also claiming damages for alleged breach of contract. He has asked the court to order an accounting to be done to determine the total incentive payment due to him, taking inflation into consideration. Reid also wants approximately $1.5 million that he claims represents the outstanding balance of the monthly salary top-up due to him based on his contract. Up to September 2021, Reid has been paid an annual salary and benefits totaling about $5.5 million from the government alone as the school's principal. The full top-up and incentive payment from the JC Trust has never been revealed. Jamaica College was forced into a settlement to head off the concerns around Reid retaking his chair as principal after the Education Ministry rejected a board recommendation for a 5-year extension of Reid's special leave that was due to expire in November 2021. Shortly after the deal, the trust disclosed that it provided $7.2 million and the Education Ministry gave $16.1 million. Much of the details surrounding the negotiations, as well as Reid's contract, were kept away from the public, so it is not clear how much Reid demanded and how the $23.3 million figure was arrived at. Reid has confirmed that he received the separation payment. Reid, his wife Sharon, their daughter Sherelle, former president of the Caribbean Maritime University, Fritz Pinnock, and Jamaica Labour Party councillor Kim Brown Lawrence are facing accusations in relation to nearly $50 million, which law enforcement claim was allegedly diverted from the university. They are to stand trial for a range of offences, including breaches of the Corruption Prevention Act, conspiracy to defraud, misconduct in a public office at common law, and breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act. Occupants of state-owned St. Andrew property get reprieve, but eviction threat remains. Business operators at 35 Gordon Town Road will continue living on the edge at least for another week as your St. Andrew Eastern Member of Parliament, Favour Williams, discusses a way forward following the suspension of a demolition exercise at the location yesterday. For the last 2 weeks, the owners said they have been operating on death row after receiving notice from an unnamed demolition crew travelling under the protection of the police that their establishments would be turned into rubble. Among other businesses, the premises houses a furniture shop, reportedly there for more than 2 decades, a restaurant, a bar, a bag juice facility, and a garage. It is also home to the Papi New Testament Church of God. Throughout Friday night and into Saturday morning, the operators waited nervously, some reportedly sleeping at the location overnight, their hearts thumping with anxiety, in anticipation of a demolition crew that would destroy their livelihood. But instead of bulldozers and dumper trucks, they were met mid-morning by MP Williams, who informed the concerned group that the slated demolition had been put off. My investigation suggests that there was not enough consultation with persons. Yes, they have been given notice, but what's next for them? We also have to consider the human factor, she charged, adding that she sought a postponement of the demolition in order to talk with operators and other stakeholders. The demolition is not going to happen, Williams stressed to the anxious business owners, noting that while she was not in support of anyone who takes over government property, discussions with the occupants must be had. According to Williams, the property is owned by the National Water Commission (NWC), and the state entity is desirous of improving the area. There is also an education component, she said, explaining that the government has also been moving speedily to expand the overpopulated nearby Papine High School, and that the land in contention would be used as part of that extension. Before we get to that though, we have to look at the people who are here and have businesses like these, and in the interest of everyone, we also have to be concerned about their well-being, where they will go, and what they will do after this, she said, adding that the National Land Agency, which has been holding the land for the NWC, was the agency that sent out the eviction notice. The plans for Papine High School have been on the books at the Ministry of Education for years, and I'm trying to accelerate it because of the conditions there. It is bursting at the seams, she claimed. According to the occupants, many decades ago the property was leased to a businessman in the area, who then allowed them to stay there after he had been relocated to a premises nearby. Since then, more businesses have set up shop, despite various notices over the years, for them to stop illegally occupying government lands. Among the latest notices was one dated May 5 last year, which the operators, backed by Daniela Hickling, who is seeking the People's National Party's nod to be its representative for Eastern St. Andrew, argued does not contain official stamps or names, only scribbled signatures. They said various attempts by them to lease or own the land have been turned down by the authorities, and that the threat 2 weeks ago to demolish and reclaim the area was among the strongest they have witnessed. A source revealed that the 40,000 square meters lot was recently valued at $132 million. While Williams is the MP for the area, the contentious plot of land is located next door to the newly built constituency office of Juliet Olness, who represents the neighbouring St. Andrew East Rural constituency. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.